Hey guys, this is Apple Central here. Welcome back to another video. And today we got Messam versus Andrew Yang. Let's get started with Iowa. Andrew Yang will win 63% of the vote. Messam's 2036 over in New Hampshire. Andrew Yang will win about 70% of the vote in Nevada. Yang will perform about 58 to 41. In South Carolina, Yang. Messam will win 55-44. California, I don't see Messam doing well in any of the big primaries. Texas, I see Yang doing pretty well. In New York, I see Messam about 40 to 59. In the state of Florida, Messam will barely lose his home state. Will barely win his home state. In Michigan, Yang will do pretty well, performing about 60% of the vote in the Rust Belt. In the Rust Belt, I see Yang doing pretty well. In the Midwest, Yang would do pretty well. In the South, I see Yang barely a close race in the South. Messam and Yang would go back and forth. But I see Messam doing pretty well and barely winning southern states. But when it comes down to it, it will be pretty much Yang a winner. But Andrew Yang will do pretty well. Will do well everywhere. I see Messam doing pretty well in West Virginia. In the Northeast, I see Yang crushing Messam by big numbers in the Northeast. Massachusetts will probably be close, but I think it's going to be a pretty big victory for Andrew Yang at the end. Pretty much a big landslide at the end for Andrew Yang and delegates. Andrew Yang will do pretty well with delegates. DC, I see Messam barely winning. I see Andrew Yang doing pretty well over here. In the West, in my 2020 election night, I had Messam winning against Trump in Arizona. But that would probably be it. It will be close in the West, but Messam will carry up the Great Plains. It'll be close in many of these instances, but I see Messam winning in the Plains. in the red wall. Barely. But I see him winning in the red wall. In red states. But what I have to look out for is how I see Messam doing well in red states, but I think he lose pretty badly in Utah. And Messam will, and Yang will win in Colorado. In Washington, I see Yang and Messam will. Yang is pretty much the nominee at this point. Messam is pretty much dead in water. I'll give the territories to Messam, except for Puerto Rico. But I see it being pretty decisive for Yang and everywhere that he wins. And I see a 61-39 majority for Yang. The final delegates 25-57 Yang, 19-75 for Messam. Thank you for watching.